Hey everybody, what's good? So today we're going to talk about raids. The other day, my friend Rip Magician and I were talking about raids, and he was saying that the dough raid gave you less money than a flame raid. I was like, what? How can that be? So today I'm going to go through every single raid and we're going to count the money and we're going to see actually which raid gives you the most and which gives you the least. So 12 raids, average 5 minutes, we'd be here for an hour. So we're just going to look at each last island and talk about it. And then at the end, we'll count it all up. I don't have 2 times the money. I have Storm Blessing and I'm using Cyborg. First one, Flame Raid, 68,000. This is a fun raid. This is a raid that I think I've done over 8,000 of these raids. Gotta be careful, that lava will kill you quickly. I still sometimes die to it. Little known fact, if you stay in this left-hand corner where I'm at, all the NPCs will come to you. So you don't have to go chasing it around. Just stay here and keep clicking. And the NPCs will come to you. Pretty easy raid, most commonly done. Let's finish that. So the next raid is the Ice Raid. This is a fun raid. I do a lot of this when I team raid. We can get this raid done in 3 minutes, 3.5 minutes. Not a whole lot of danger of dying. The one thing is the boss, they do stun you. But otherwise, it's a pretty easy raid and doesn't give you bad money. So let's finish this one up. All right. Next raid is Quake. 67, not bad. This is not one of my favorite raids. The boss and the NPCs have a pretty good kickback, so it can be a little hard at times. I definitely don't like the Quake Tsunami. Then you can't see where you are. I find that difficult sometimes. But, it is what it is. There we go. I like to try to trap the boss in a corner, like you see me here, and just kind of M1 him here. Find that easier than having to run around and chase it. Still throws a giant kickback though, so it's not always easy. Let's finish up here and move on. Okay. So after Quake is Light. This is my least favorite raid. The reason is because people don't listen and they go inside the pyramid and then you have to chase it around. The way I'm killing the boss and doing the raid, this is the easiest and fastest way to finish this raid. You go to the right, you go to the end, you sit yourself in the corner, and all those NPCs will come out to you. So it makes it a lot faster. But this is my least favorite raid for that one reason. Okay, we're done with that. Now we're going to do Dark Raid. Another one of my raids that I don't particularly like. It's an easy raid. A lot of people like to do it. They find it easier. For me personally, I get caught in the trees. One thing I have learned is I like to kill the boss up top here. I don't worry about anybody else, NPCs. I just kill this boss. And the reason is because if I do this, the NPCs drop below. So as soon as I'm done with the boss, I come down here and they're all grouped and I just kill them all at once. Jump up once, the remaining NPCs fall down, and then they're done. Pretty easy. All right. So after dark is Spider. This is one of my favorite raids. It's a lot of fun. It's a challenge. It's not an easy raid. I think that's why I like it, because there is a challenge and a lot's going on. It's very helpful to have Cyborg or something that gets many NPCs at one time instead of just one attack. So since I have Cyborg and Storm Blessing on my sword, those two things really help make this raid easy. So we're going to finish him up and it's done. All right, so after Spider is Rumble, 68,000. Not a bad amount. This used to be my favorite raid. I still like it. It's fun. What I've learned is, you see how I've trapped myself here? Put myself up against the corner? I do that and all the NPCs drop from the top. The boss comes to me, and I just sit here and I M1. And I don't have to run around, chase anything, and it gets done pretty quickly. It's a fun raid. I like it. And Rumble's a good fruit, especially for PvP. Okay, Rumble's done. Now we're gonna do Magma. Magma is a pretty common raid to do. It's pretty easy. The boss can be a little tricky, gives you quite a bit of a kickback. If you didn't know this, on a Magma raid, that lava, or magma, whatever you want to call it, it doesn't kill you. It's not like the flame raid. So you can stand on that lava and you don't have to worry about dying. So we can get this done pretty quick. Just running around. Don't have any good tips for this one. You just got to get it done. Deal with the kickback. All right, he's done. Next, Buddha raid, 68,000. Buddha raid is the hardest raid. I hear a lot of talk that Doe is harder, but honestly, in my opinion, Buddha raid is hardest. To be honest, I died twice before making this one because it still gets me sometimes. There's a lot of talk about what is the best way to finish a Buddha raid, and I'll make a video on that. There's at least 3 different ways you can do this solo if you want. I like using Dragon Talon for the long range attack on it, along with Soul Guitar. And then sometimes jumping back here behind the building works too. I'll show you that here in just a sec. I'm gonna run over here. I don't find it extremely effective, but it does work. I'd say with the Buddha raid, I do a lot more running around, getting close to dying more often than any other raid. I do feel accomplished though when I get it done, and I especially like helping Buddhas awaken their fruit. So here's what I was talking about, hiding behind the building. Someone told me that you do that, he can't get you, but as you can see, I still do lose some health when he does a full attack. There you go, see, I did drop a little bit. But the other thing, I wish I could see how much health he had. You just got to keep attacking him. All right, Sand Raid. You know, Sand Raid, 69,000. That's pretty good. I hear a lot of people say Sand Raid is annoying because you get tossed up in the air, you become this giant dirt ball. I kind of find it fun, almost like a roller coaster. But yeah, it's fun. I like it. It's a good challenge. Sometimes it's a little annoying if you do like 5 in a row, but it's a fun raid. And it gave you pretty decent money. Again, having something that gives you ability to attack many NPCs at once is helpful. All right, Phoenix Raid, 68,000. This is a raid I don't see very often, so anytime anybody asks for a Phoenix Raid, I am always willing to do it, help someone awaken their Phoenix. It's a fun raid. You see the sea beasts back there, they are part of the raid. And if you're doing this with more than one person, sometimes it's helpful to have one person attack the sea beast and somebody concentrate on the NPCs. I like to kill the boss in the building first. It didn't happen here. So I'm just trying to stay to one side and see if the NPCs will come to me, because the buildings are close together, and as a Buddha, sometimes I get stuck in between the buildings. But we were able to finish it pretty easily. Alright, next is the Doe Raid, 72,000. I do believe that's the most on any of these raids so far. Doe Raid is my favorite raid. The thing that I've learned about a Doe Raid is look at it as a dance. Just keep moving. I don't stop. I just keep moving. And Cyborg Orbs and the Storm Blessing really help with this. You just keep moving, and you can get it done. All right, that was all the raids. Here's the list. Looks like Doe actually does give the most, with Spider being second, Dark being last. All right, guys, let me know in the comments what your favorite raid is, and follow and like, and join me on Discord. See you guys later.